They are the same pastry, same dough, same chocolate, same bakery shelf, and France almost tore itself apart over what to call it. In 2018, this argument got so heated that actual members of the French parliament stopped debating laws to debate a pastry name instead. The amendment failed. The war never ended, and right now you're either a pain au chocolat person or a chocolate croissant person. You just don't know it yet. Here's the first thing that trips everyone up. This pastry isn't French. Not originally. In the 1830s, an Austrian baker named August Zang opened a Viennese-style bakery in Paris. He brought with him a chocolate-filled pastry from Austria called the Chocolatine croissant. Flaky dough, chocolate inside, rectangular shape. Parisians had never seen anything like it. They loved it, they adopted it, and, classic France, they eventually claimed it as their own. At first, it was made from brioche-style bread dough. Rich, soft, more like bread than pastry. Then French bakers started doing what they do best. They added butter, then more. They folded it in layers over and over, a technique called lamination, until the dough became something completely different. Light, flaky, shattering when you bite it. That's the pastry you know today. It took an Austrian idea and a French technique to create it. Neither side gets full credit. If the French didn't invent it and the Austrians don't claim it anymore, who actually owns this pastry? Drop your answer below. Now here's where it gets genuinely unhinged. In most of France, Paris, Lyon, the north, the east, this pastry is called a pain au chocolat. It literally means bread with chocolate. But in the southwest of France, Bordeaux, Toulouse, the whole Gascony region, it's called a chocolatine. Same pastry, different word. And if you use the wrong one in the wrong city, people notice. And some bakeries in Bordeaux make you pay for it. That's not a rumor. Bordeaux bakeries have openly listed two prices, a lower one for customers who ask for a chocolatine and a higher one for those who don't. The wrong name costs you more. It's a penalty for cultural ignorance dressed up as a price list. The divide is so deep it reached the French government. In 2018, 10 members of the French parliament, actual elected officials, proposed an amendment to officially recognize the word chocolatine as a protected term. The debate competed for time on the parliament floor against bills about pesticides and animal welfare. The amendment failed. 84% of French people use pain au chocolat. The remaining 16%, mostly in the southwest, refused to back down. School children from Toulouse wrote letters to President Macron asking him to protect the word chocolatine. The debate made international news. The BBC covered it. A survey of 110,000 French people confirmed the split. 59.8% pain au chocolat, 40.2% chocolatine. France has been more divided over pastry names than most countries are over actual political issues. Then there's what English-speaking countries did with it. In the United States, Australia, and the UK, this pastry is almost universally called a chocolate croissant. No cap. That's wrong. And the biggest offenders are the brands you visit every single day. Starbucks calls it a chocolate croissant. It's not a croissant, it's rectangular. It has no curve. It shares nothing with a croissant except the dough. And Starbucks doesn't even get that part right. Their version is pre-frozen, shipped in, reheated in a convection oven, and lands on your tray with the structural integrity of a damp paper towel. Panera does the same thing. So does Dunkin'. Every major chain in America has been selling you a pain au chocolat for decades and calling it something else, while charging you $5 and acting like it's a premium pastry. A croissant is crescent-shaped, rolled from a triangle of dough into that curved horn shape. A pain au chocolat is rectangular, flat on both ends, folded around the chocolate and sealed, not rolled into a point. Same dough family, completely different construction. Calling a pain au chocolat a chocolate croissant is like calling a burrito a taco. Starbucks would absolutely do that too and charge you $7 for it. So here's the debate. Does Starbucks, Panera, or Dunkin' make the best version, or are they all mid? Tell me in the comments. Be honest. Most people have never thought about what's inside. A traditional pain au chocolat contains exactly 2 thin sticks of dark chocolate. Not milk chocolate, not a smear of chocolate spread. 2 separate solid pieces of dark chocolate placed parallel inside the dough before it's folded and baked. When the pastry bakes, those chocolate sticks soften but don't fully melt. They stay slightly firm. When you bite through the flaky layers and hit the chocolate, there's a faint resistance, a subtle snap, before it gives. That texture contrast is intentional. The whole point of the 2 sticks rather than a chocolate filling is that you get a clean ribbon of flavor in every bite, not a gooey smear that overwhelms the butter in the dough. In America, most versions use chocolate chips, chocolate paste, or a single thick slab of milk chocolate. The result tastes sweeter, softer, and more like a dessert than a breakfast. It's not wrong, but it's a different experience. Real pain au chocolat is not a sweet treat, it's a balanced one. The bitterness of dark chocolate against the richness of pure butter dough, that balance is the whole design. So which do you actually prefer? The authentic dark chocolate version or the sweeter American-style one? Drop it below. Here is the part nobody talks about. Pain au chocolat is made with laminated dough. A baker folds cold butter inside basic dough, then rolls it flat, folds it, chills it, and repeats. Over hours, sometimes overnight. Every fold doubles the butter layers. A properly made pain au chocolat has 27 distinct layers of butter and dough. In the oven, the water in that butter turns to steam. The steam pushes each layer apart from the inside. Every layer fries slightly in the butter around it. That is the shatter you hear when you bite through the crust. That sound is 27 layers collapsing at once. Most supermarket versions skip this. Shortcut dough, same shape, none of the layers, soft where it should shatter, dense where it should be airy. The sound test. Before you bite, squeeze it gently. A real pain au chocolat crackles under the lightest pressure. Flakes fall off just from handling it. Then bite. If you do not hear the crust shatter, you are eating bread. The 27 layers either exist or they do not. Your ears will tell you. Comment pass or fail right now. Pain au chocolat or chocolate croissant. Same pastry. Like champagne and sparkling wine are the same drink. Technically, yes, but one has rules, history, a protected name, a parliamentary debate, and a lamination technique that takes a full day to do correctly. The other is what you say when you point at the glass case and do not know the French word.